Hello everybody, welcome back to another series. This one is between Shortage and Zokuru. Shortage on the alt ADV Hunger switch, one of his many alts. So this one is for round 3. This is a loser's bracket match between Shortage and Zokuru. Both guys have 1 loss in the tour so far and 2 wins, I believe. Or is it... No, sorry, this is 1 loss, 1 win. So both of these guys have 1 loss, 1 win. So whoever wins this goes positive. I'm going to get right into it. I'm not going to give you an excessive background of each of these guys. Zokuru loves to stall, so, you know, I'm not going to go into that too much. Nobody really wants to see that. And Shortage is probably one of the most underrated players in the tier right now, so let's get right into it. So Shortage going to lead Zap, one of the best leads in Advanced, and Zok's going to lead Smeargle. So Smeargle is actually faster here, so probably a rest Zap for Shortage, probably a defensive set. If it's a defensive set, it's funny because we already know that his team is going to be quite defensive. Could even be running one of those teams we've seen from him earlier in the tournament. Sorry, you know, Fortress, Blissey, that kind of stuff. We'll see. Smeargle gets up at free spikes here. Zap actually wakes up here into 71, so Shortage happy to stay in here. Not afraid of what Smeargle could go for. I don't know, does stab, boom, kill, explosion? I'm not sure if it does. Endeavor comes out regardless and does 81%. Zap's broken 2 turns, and Zok's going to get up 1 more spike. So probably doesn't have sub. Just goes for the 3rd layer, doesn't want to preserve Braylon, doesn't want to preserve Smeargle here. He's gonna have to do a good job keeping up these spikes. Does reveal the Gengar. Yeah, so does have an anti-spinner technique here. Wow, that Ice Punch doesn't kill. Shortage, or sorry, Zokuru perhaps unaware of the role. I wonder, was Rest a better play there for Shortage? Not sure, to be honest. We'll see. He's going to switch out now, so he actually wants to preserve the Zapdos, so maybe Rest was a better play. And Zokuru just going to Ice Punch into the Tar. Is this Tar Pursuit? Doesn't really make sense to switch it in after 3 spikes if it isn't, I presume. Takes a HP Grass. Oh, that's very unfortunate. That crit's really relevant. That's a HP Grass from Gar. Probably was a Pursuit Tar. And not catching the Gar now is going to be really problematic because, yeah, it's got 3 layers of spikes up and it's going to do whatever it wants. So Metagross here comes out on Blissey. And Fortress is the immediate answer. Yeah, without the Tyranitar, he's got no way of stopping this Fortress from spinning. Yeah. Sorry, Shortage has no way of spinning without the Tyranitar, because he can't catch the Gengar and just gets to do whatever it wants, so this is really bad for him. Can exchange the Fortress for a layer of spikes. This is looking really murky right now for Shortage. Got really unlucky in that little sequence. Probably was unwise of him to let 3 layers go up from Braylon, what I keep saying Braylon, 3 layers up from Smeargle though. Does this Gar have Boom? Kind of pressure Blissey here. It's at 41. Probably doesn't need to. He's actually going to go to Vaporeon. Probably wants to sub. Don't really see the point of that because doesn't your sub get broken anyway unless you go to Gengar? And you can probably just Ice Beam on the 2nd turn. So S-Toss is once here. Unless this is like Wish sub or something. Let's see. So he's going to Baton Pass, and he does go to the Gengar. And now he gets to Ice Beam, as I said, yeah. That seems like such a waste of health from Vaporeon. Wouldn't you just go Metagross again? Don't you just kill everything with Metagross? Yeah, now he booms. That's a weird sequence. I don't know, you could have just done that earlier if you're going to do that, and didn't even have to reveal Vaporeon, let alone take a huge amount of damage with it, but yeah, we'll see. So Tar decides to DD up here in the Bliss, and Bliss just hits Soft Boiled. We know this Blissey can't pressure Tar, so we're gonna have to see what counter Shortage has to the Tar. Goes Fortress for the sack. So yeah, he managed to get his Blissey back up there. This might be dangerous now for Zokuru. Perk comes out, the immediate switch. Probably a defensive set on this team. So we do see Tar EQ, yeah, and that's the defensive set I'm talking about. Doesn't take a huge amount from Tar's EQ. That Earthquake's doing a lot. 74. I'm not sure what the rolls are for uninvested Tar, but that could be minus defense. Is this like a HP Grass Tar maybe? Would make sense on the team. Subpass Vaporeon goes really well with HP Grass Tar, and it sets up meta and possibly another physical sweeper in the back because of the DD Grass Tar. That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking it's DD Grass, but I'm not sure. Either way, it's got what's that, Laichi? So it's raised its attack here. Handy little spot for it. No, it's got double edge. I don't know why it was taking so much from Earthquake. I'm just unfamiliar with the rolls, I assume. Then the rolls for that were the rolls for Earthquake were higher than I thought. Anyway, Zapdos comes out here, does 54 to meta. Am I missing something? That's a rare Zapdos. Why is it doing so much? That meta minus Spit F by any chance? I'm not sure. Anyway, Breloom can do big damage here. This Metagross is leftovers, so it will not be able to... Oh, never mind, it's faster. I was going to say that it was going to get Spored and then Focus Punched, and Zokuru would have to switch out, but that may have been a speed tie, or he may have had bulk in that Breloom. Either way, Zokuru's speed invested Metagross won him the game right there. But obviously the big turn here was the... I'm not sure what turn it was, but it was the turn where Gar got the crit on Tar and stopped the pursuit from happening, which would have allowed a spin at a later time, maybe. Not sure. Either way, it's pretty unfortunate for Shortage. We'll see, can he bring this back in games 2 and 3, or will Zokuru cruise to victory here? We'll find out.